filming in Lake Wylie, South Carolina. This is Lake Wylie Yoga Social.
Yes, and if you were with us earlier, we just filmed a Sun Salutations Challenge 19 video, so that's what we have these matching shirts on still. We actually had wigs on earlier as well, but we took those off because we're actually shooting a full Vinyasa flow video as requested by some people as a continuation from the video that we shot before. Opening up the hips and the full body, but we're actually going to add a lot more shoulder stretching as well today. So you'll get a full Vinyasa flow video, and just like before, if we mess up or something happens, hey, we're not stopping. We're just going to go.
This is real life. Also, if you hear some crunching sounds, because my cat is in her cat tree right now looking at me with love in her eyes, but she still won't eat the treats that are already laid out for her. So if you hear that, that's just butter.
Well, that's why we have our spoon.
Yes.
Which is going to be with us all the time now. If you can't see it very close, we'll put an image of it later. But it's an emoji face. That's kind of like that. Yeah. So this is like our emblem. It's like our mascot.
It is.
It's our Lake Wylie Yoga Social mascot.
It's going to be part of Lake Wylie Yoga Social from now until the end of time.
Yes, because that's life. That's yoga. You know, it teaches us to just let things go. Use that emoji face and just let it go.
That's right.
So we're going to get started again, just like last time, in a standing posture at the top of your mat. So I'm going to let the spoon go, though, so that I can lead us in the class.
Oh, and just FYI, Butter's eating her treats now, so you're probably going to hear her crunching.
That's like yoga music. Which we were going to start also, Missy.
And so, yes,
you better do that
music,
because,
please.
you know, with the phone, it knows who you are. I can't start your phone. Just really light background music, though. Nothing too crazy here. Not yacht rocks.
It's not yacht rock.
No. Oh, you might see a kitty cat in the video, too.
Come here, Butter.
Which I said, you know, yoga is great for animals. We love them. So it's never a problem as far as I'm concerned. They just add to the ambiance.
Right.
We're going to start, just focus on our breath here for a moment. In your standing posture, try to come to a place that feels really natural for you, but also nice and grounding. Try to find some neutral alignment here. So maybe pick up your toes for a moment, let them kind of wiggle around. Try to find equal balance in your feet here. Let your shoulders roll away from your ears. And we'll just focus here on the breath for a moment. So take a deep inhale through your nose. Seal your lips and just breathe out through your nose here. This is our Ujjayi breath. And we're just going to find a natural cadence to that breath. And we'll use this throughout our class. But if at any time you want to take an open mouth exhale, absolutely, I encourage you to do that whenever you want. On your next inhale, lift your arms up for mountain pose. Draw your arms up over your head, your palms facing each other. And as you exhale, eagle arm on the right. So wrap your right arm underneath your left. We're going to take that left leg and step behind your right leg and get a nice stretch here, lifting your arms up over your head, feeling the stretch through your side body, through your shoulders. Inhale back to your mountain pose. We're going to do that on the other side. As you exhale, wrap your left arm underneath your right for your eagle arms. Then step your right leg behind your left. Feel a big stretch as you take a back bend. And then inhale back to mountain pose. Exhale for a nice gentle side bend. Just drop your right arm down. Lift up through your side body. Then inhale all the way back up to mountain pose. And exhale, we'll take that on the other side. Inhale back up to mountain pose. And exhale, forward fold. Hinging from your hips, maybe a slight bend in your knees here. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat, round, and curl into a little ball. Come up high on your toes. We were here before in the last video. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe tuck your forehead down. We're going to do that all again one more time. So inhale, plant your feet, rise all the way back up to your mountain pose. Exhale, eagle arm on the right. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. Step your left foot behind your right. Take that back bend. Inhale back to your mountain pose. And exhale the eagle arm on the left. Step your right leg behind this time. Inhale all the way back to mountain pose. We're taking that side bend over to the right. Pressing evenly into both your feet. Inhale all the way back to center. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, last squat, round and curl. But continue to breathe. Maybe you try to lift up one arm, maybe the other. Wherever you're at, plant back down your palms. Inhale, rise back up to your mountain pose. This time, as you exhale, take a bind behind your back. Grab both your palms together. Lift up through your chest. Inhale and exhale, walk just a forward fold, nice and gently, keeping your bind. Maybe take a bend in your knees here. Just allow your head to hang really heavy. Continue to breathe. One more big breath in, and as you exhale, release your palms onto the mat. Toe heel your feet out, hip width distance apart, but take a deep bend in your knees here. Plant your left palm onto the mat, bend into your left knee, then as you inhale, a nice gentle twist. If that's hard on your neck, you can keep your gaze down to your mat, but continue to use your breath. One more big breath in, then exhale, release both palms down, bend into your right knee, then begin to peel up through your left palm to the ceiling. Gently release down. Toe heel your feet back to touch, then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, just take a few rounds of breath to reset. We're going to change it up, so listen close. Whatever we did before, we are going to add a few changes here, all right? Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Inhale, one leg mountain pose. So we're going to lift our right leg up to the ceiling. Now, if you're on carpet like us, it's going to be a lot more challenging. So you really have to ground down into that standing foot. Flex your right toes up towards the ceiling, and your thigh is parallel to the earth here. As you exhale, we're coming to a figure four. So you're going to cross your foot over your thigh and bend into your standing leg. Great job. Inhale back to your one leg mountain pose. Exhale, we're going to step back to a crescent lunge first with our hands at our heart center. Then inhale to a crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. So you're going to spin open. Your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front toes are facing forward. Your arms are stretched long. Inhale, straighten your front leg and then lift your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten all the way up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Big change here. Inhale, take a bind behind your back for cow face pose. Now, Missy can touch her fingers here. I cannot. I grab here for my sport bra or my shirt. So opening up through your chest and then straightening your front leg. As we move into triangle pose, you want to keep the bind. So bump your hips back, open up through your chest. You can keep the bind here, or you can extend open your arms. Whatever you choose though, really keep breathing. Think about squeezing through your inner thighs here a lot. There you go, Missy. One more breath in, one more out. Inhale, bending into your front knee, reverse warrior. Take that deep side stretch, high five the back of your mat, square your shoulders to the side of your mat. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms all the way down to the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Once you get there, bring your arms out to a T. press into your left palm, bring it towards your chest, and then we're gonna roll over to get that shoulder stretch on the right side, as you see Missy do here. But continue to breathe. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Then rolling back to center. This time the left arm comes out, bring the right hand towards your chest. We're gonna roll over onto the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Plant both hands outside your chest, really wide, a little farther than your shoulders. For King Cobra, begin to peel your chest off the mat. And then exhale, lower down. Plant your palms by the side of your chest as you pull your chest off like an ocean wave, rolling yourself all the way back to child's pose or modified child's pose. So you can keep your knees together, or you can send them apart by bringing your big toes together, bringing your hips back. Allow your forehead to rest heavy on the mat, and just breathe here for a few rounds of breath. On your next inhale, begin to rise up, pressing into your palms, lifting your thighs off the mat for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. One leg mountain pose. This time, lift your left leg up. Flex your toes towards the ceiling. Really ground down into your right leg. Exhale, figure four on the left side. So bend into that standing leg. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, one leg mountain pose. Great job, Missy. Exhale, crescent lunge with your hands at your heart center. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Again, if you're on carpet, it definitely adds a challenge component here. Exhale, warrior two. So spinning all the way open to the long side of your mat. In warrior two, your front heel dissects the center of your back foot arch. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, warrior two. As you inhale, take a bind behind your back. Again, maybe you just grab your shirt here, opening through your chest, and as you inhale, straightening your front leg, we move into that bound triangle pose. So first, hinge forward, keeping the chest open up to the ceiling. Maybe your gaze is forward or already up to the ceiling here. Squeeze through your inner thighs a lot, but still press evenly into both of your feet. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. High five the back wall, or not wall, maybe your mat or window. And then exhale, cartwheel all the way down to your mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down with control. Untuck your toes. Bend your arms out long to a T. This time press into your right palm. Bare your chest. Roll over and open up into that shoulder. Breathe here. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, roll back to center. The arms come back out, but this time draw your left palm in towards your chest. Roll over onto the right side of your shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Bring both your palms, little teepees here on your fingertips. King Cobra, peel your chest up. Chest is working. Back bending. Exhale, lower all the way down. Pressing your palms by your chest like an ocean wave. We're going to roll all the way up into that child's pose or modified child's pose. You can keep your knees together or spread them apart. We'll take 2 rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, begin to press into your palms. Shift your weight forward, moving into upward facing dog. Thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat and have a seat just for a moment. Maybe take a drink of water. So in our last video,
Maybe adjust your mat.
or adjust your mat, I'm gonna take a sip of water. We're gonna do a little bit of core work because in every yoga class, really an important component is to get that little bit of core exercise. So we're just gonna do 2 little exercises here. The first one is Supta Baddha Konasana crunches, yogi crunches. So I want you to lie down on your back, bring your feet to touch, your knees come out wide. You're gonna bring your hands behind your head. But again, find one spot to focus on the ceiling. You don't wanna pull on your neck. We're gonna take an exhale to prepare, or an inhale, what are we doing? Take a big inhale, and exhale, we lift up, and we lower. We're not gonna be here long. If you want a little bit more, you can press your feet together and hover them off the mat. But keep your lower back pressed a lot. Try not to yank up. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. We're just gonna be here for 8, 7, 6,
And if you get a cramp in your hip, go ahead
5,
and stretch it out.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a full body stretch or hug your knees into your chest. All right, so just rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. We're just gonna do a boat pose. So in boat pose, you really don't need to go back too far if you don't want. Biggest thing here is to keep your chest lifted and to not round through your lower back. So you can stay right here. It can be as challenged as you want, but even keeping your toes on the mat. But if you want to bring them up, like Missy's doing, you can do that. We won't be here long. We're just here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your legs. Take a nice little stretch right here. Great job. All right. I'm really proud of everyone for doing that.
Yeah.
Grab yourself a quick drink of water or hot tea. Always so refreshing. And we're going to meet right now back in downward facing dog. So our sun B, the beginning, is just like the sun B of our last video. So we're going to meet right here in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up high.
Oh, there's a
And
chair
don't,
there.
don't hit a chair.
Whoops. There we go.
Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back for your low lunge. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift your left leg up high, but don't hit a chair. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink down, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left leg back, low lunge. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift your right leg up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to flow through that one more time. Inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right leg back, low lunge. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift your left leg up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that left leg back for your low lunge. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. All right, listen up for the changes here. Inhale, raise your right leg up high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. So you're going to come to your normal half pigeon, except I'd like you to focus more on opening up through the front hip flexor. So don't come to a sleeping pigeon. Maybe even hug your foot closer to your body. Don't worry if you roll over onto that hip a little bit. Keep your chest lifted up. Think about opening up more. Maybe even smile, Missy.
Sorry, I'm so serious.
And breathe. Make sure you're breathing out there. Don't worry. You don't have to be perfect. This is about your body. How does it feel for you? So if it's not the same thing, just worry about how does this feel for you? It's not, worry is the wrong word, but just think about doing what feels right for your body. So from here, I want you to tuck that back toe under. A lot of core here. We're going to pull this foot into the front chest area. So pull the knee to your chest. Step back to a high plank. Big breath in. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high again. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Shift forward on your palms. Then listen for the change. Figure 4, downward facing dog. Press your foot against your thigh. Send your gaze behind you and then begin to walk your hands towards your feet. Bend into your standing leg. We're working into a figure 4. So really begin to pick your fingertips up. Bring your hands to your heart. You can do this. Flex a lot into that toe, into your grounded leg. Take an inhale. Then exhale, eagle on the right. Wrap your right arm under. Then you can take that foot, if you want to bind it, or maybe kickstand it onto the mat. Begin to sink your hips down. Work your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Imagine your back against a wall. So you're trying to keep your core nice and tight. Back is flat. One more breath. Then slowly first bring your hands to your heart center. Then begin to work that foot back into your figure 4. You can do this. Then slowly we're going to hinge forward. Bring your hands back to the mat. Staying in that figure 4, we're going to walk into a figure 4 high plank. So a lot of core work here. Hold it here. You can do it. A lot of leg strength. And then as you exhale, half pigeon again. But this time, focusing on the glute. So it's about your focus. So this time you want to try to get more even with your hips. Don't let yourself roll over. Flex that toe a lot. Now allow yourself to come into a sleeping pigeon, if you would like. From here, let your head rest down. Allow yourself to breathe. And your next inhale, rising back up onto your palms. So you're going to untuck your back toe. So tuck it back down. Lifting up. I want you to bring your foot to your chest. One more time, core work. Then exhale, fallen star. So we're going to kick your foot out. Bump your hips up towards the ceiling. Lifting your hand up towards the ceiling. Pressing. And then exhale, lower, open, wide leg, forward fold. So you might have to reposition. There might be a big wheel in your way. But from here, just take a nice wide leg forward fold. With every breath, just try to find some length. And as you exhale, maybe a little deeper into your stretch. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Now this is a different stretch we're moving into, so keep your legs exactly where they are. You're just going to take your hands towards the front of your body and allow them to roll now. Allow the toes to roll forward. So both toes roll forward. And we're going to take this stretch on the outer IT band. So maybe you come down onto your forearms and allow it to twist and IT stretch here. And slowly rise all the way back up. Bring your legs together. There's not really a smooth transition here anymore.
No.
So just gonna have you tuck your toes under, and we're gonna meet back in downward facing dog. This is just not very pretty. It just didn't work.
No.
Yeah, that's real life. So here we're gonna raise the left leg up high. And exhale, half pigeon on the left side. Again, we're working more on that hip flexor area here. So I want you to keep your chest raised up. Think about opening up the front of the leg. So it's all right if you kind of dump a little over here. It's okay. How it feels on your body, that's fine. Just lifting up through the chest. It's that mind focus. Where in the body do I want to feel this?
And I'm smiling.
Yay. And just keep breathing though. Press your palms to the mat. So we're going to tuck the toe under. Big move, a lot of leg work and core. Pull the knee to the chest. Then step back to your high plank. And we move right as we exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg back high. And then exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Figure 4, downward facing dog. So you know what's happening now. Send your gaze behind you. Slowly begin to walk your hands. Bend into your standing leg first. So set yourself up a little bit here. So you're really grounding into that standing leg, flexing your foot. One side is easier than the other. This is not my easier side. Wobble city here. But you know we're at home, so maybe use a chair and a night table.
And Lisa can verify I'm not sitting on this chair behind me.
But you could.
You could.
You could. So from here, we're moving right in that eagle on the left. So wrap your left arm underneath. Then you can take a bind or drop the foot down to a kickstand. Sink your hips down. Work your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Keep that core nice and tight. Keep breathing. Very slowly. First, draw your hands to your heart center. And then we're going to work back to that figure 4. And from here, we're going to forward fold, bring our hands down to the mat. Walking forward to that figure 4, high plank. Back into our high half pigeon, dropping the foot down. Now this time we're going to focus more on the glute. So first set yourself up, flex that toe. Now coming into a supine half pigeon is always an option on your back in that figure 4. And when you're ready, just like Missy is doing, you can come into your sleeping pigeon. Just make sure you're breathing here. Inhale, rise back up onto your palms. Untuck your back toe. Core leg work here. Inhale, draw your knee to your chest. Moving into fallen star, kicking the foot out, bumping the hips up to the ceiling, lifting your arm up. And exhale, lower down to your wide forward fold. I'm going to kind of go this way so we don't both have our backs. Take an inhale and exhale, that wide leg forward fold. With every breath, allowing yourself to get a little deeper. Very gently inhale, rising back up. We're going to take that stretch for the outer hip. So you're just going to allow your toes to roll forward, and then your hands, I'll make sure not to hit Missy here, so I'll take it this way. And you're just going to allow yourself to roll forward. And very gently rise back up. From here, take both your legs towards the top of your mat. For half staff pose, pull your right foot into your inner thigh. Lift your arms up over your head, and then exhale. Just take a one leg forward fold. You won't be here too long. Just inhale, lifting yourself back up. We're going to take a little gentle stretch. So to the same direction as that leg, allow your neck to fall over to one side. If you'd like, you can always give it a little help with your hand. Or you can just let nature, you can always press one palm to the other side. Then inhale back up. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. As Missy lets her kitty cat in, you can inhale and exhale, forward fold. Yes, I know. Hi, butter. Or jelly.
Buttercup. This is butter. Come here.
Inhale, rise back up. We're gonna take that stretch on the neck, so you go the same direction as your leg. Again, you can press your palm into the mat. You can always add your hand for a little extra. And gently rise up, taking both feet together. And if this is not comfortable, you can always press them out a little wider. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Just allow your neck and your head to relax down. Inhale, rising back up, taking your palms on either knee. We're just gonna drop the head to one side, bring it forward to the other side. If you'd like to take a full neck roll, you can do that. Or if you'd just like to go from one side to the other. As you breathe here, you find a sticky spot, you can hold that one for a little longer. Coming back to center, we're going to take a few shoulder rolls to the back and to the front. And crossing your legs here just for a moment. I'm going to let Missy turn this off. Thank you. And very gently, we're just going to guide our hands to our heart center. And we're just going to take a moment here, honoring our bodies, that they allow us to move in this practice. We're so grateful for each other and for you for being here with us today. We'll bring our thumbs up to our third eye, the space of our intuition. Both myself and Missy, so much gratitude for this practice. We bow to you and each other, and we say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, butter.